When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. The Horned Frogs will boot it away to start the game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hoosiers offense will get first crack at it today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field. And
turning it on! Made a defender miss. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. And the Hoosiers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. These guys have taken some serious lumps in Big Ten play, and I want to see if they've become demoralized.
Yeah, I think you're going to find out a lot about their mental toughness here in this game, because at the start of the season, they were hoping to compete.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Throws to the wideout. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. The Hoosiers will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. The Horned Frogs offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And we'll get a quick look at one of the early leaders for the Heisman. Winning the award as a running back certainly demands something beyond the normal. He's going to have to put together a stellar season, David.
No, he will. And listen, it's hard for running backs to get this award. Now, it is a quarterback award, but recent years, Ashton Genty, you saw him there. But you got to be the catalyst. You got to be the straw that stirs the drink. You got to put up huge numbers. So far, Palmer, he's been a catalyst. He's been great. He's just going to have to keep it going.
And his numbers are pretty good now. I think they have a chance to get even better. When you look at the schedule moving ahead, they're going to have to force-feed him the football. He's going to have to play big in those games if they're going to keep winning. So keep an eye on this guy as a Heisman favorite, because he's got that kind of ability.
All right, guys, let's think a little bit about big picture TCU. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number one on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
They'll give it to the back. He's brought down, just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. They'll try to run for it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
And this offense has really gotten to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball, getting it down now into a goal-to-go situation. They really have established a bit of a physicality here early. Let's see if they can keep that up.
He'll pitch it. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, TCU! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The give on the inside. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge.
There he goes. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. And the Hoosiers will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his man. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
He'll keep it on the sneak. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. The Hoosiers send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. Bring in the heat. And the Horned Frogs now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. Makes the grab close to the logo. Bottled him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the 1st quarter stats. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Smith dropping to pass. Makes the grab. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. Now facing a 3rd and long. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful back. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Hold.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Firing to the right, complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Looking to fire. Pulls it in. It's Peterson. Breaks into the open. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Got a man. It's Shelton. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. That's caught. It's Shelton. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
He is dealing on this drive, completed all 5 throws, and now they have first and goal.
Yeah, and who needs balance when you got a guy like this? You trust him, getting the ball back in the pocket. The ball's coming out, spreading it around the field. Nice decision-making.
He's trying to get it in, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Unloads to the wideout. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Man, that one is going to make this quarterback sick to his stomach. That's almost always automatic for him.
Yeah, that's pitch and catch. That's day one. When you go out and watch practice, the ball very rarely hits the ground unless you have a defender because these QBs and wide receivers are so good. Man, just a mishap, a little overthrown.
And the Hoosiers will line it up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give. Got the first down and more. He'll work his way down to the 28. The Hoosiers are... quickly down the field.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Smith wants to throw. Here comes the heat. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
You can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's a reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
And he had plenty of leg and kept it just straight enough to use that right upright to get it through. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Takes the easy one to the back. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Going to take a shot on second and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Shelton. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
It's very early in the college football season, but this coaching staff has to be very pleased by what they've seen from their quarterback. He's making real good decisions, and he's been accurate. That was his 100th completion early this year.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. Right on the money. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Line gets set, first down. Tosses it incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Trying to get it to the marker. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be first and goal from the 8. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Horned Frogs will try to put one on the board on first and goal. And that one goes incomplete, but there is a penalty flag, and they might have gotten him for OPI.
Pass interference.
And the offensive player had to commit pass interference on that play. You saw the defender jump the throw. The defender was in position to make an interception, so the offensive player had to do something to break it up.
Takes a snap, wants to throw. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the 1 on fourth down. He'll toss it. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? And the Hoosiers buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Picks up the first down. He's now up to 83 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Under fire. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, don't tell me it's a basketball town when we've had a first half like that here in Bloomington.
The Hoosiers will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well. So
turning it on! And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Release to the back. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
It's complete.
I think moving forward on third down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. You start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys. They've got way too much speed. You saw it right there.
And the Horned Frogs will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up second and inches.
Caught over the middle. It's Chandler. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. And the Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On play action on first down. Under fire. Oh, he's got a chance. There he goes. Ooh, quick step and go. And oh, no, he loses the ball after the huge gain.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Leaves it with the back. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
Smith dropping to pass. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Hoosiers. Why not double the try total and go for 2? Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
Snags it quickly on the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Horned Frogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Time to take a shot. Makes the catch down the right side. Lots of room to run. Touchdown, TCU! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Catch in the middle, it's Barker. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. Just a little off. Incomplete. Third down, and this. Already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Smith wants to throw. Fires on the run. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Hoosiers will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Makes the grab on the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And the Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He'll pull it down and run. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. The Horned Frogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Shelton. He'll step out of bounds. He's at the 33-yard line. And the Horned Frogs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Pulls and fires complete. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. He'll keep it himself. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. On the ground, now back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the fourth, and they are going to go to 7-0. And the extra point is good, and the lead swells to 16, and it's getting late. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Clemson is putting on a show offensively. It feels like this one was over when they touched Howard's Rock. They're up by 32 over West Virginia.
Smith dropping to pass. He's got him.
Any big changes in his ACC flash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll go with a direct snap. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. The give to the back. Nice move to pick up yardage. He's loose down the middle. The 20. The inside. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Indiana. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
He's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Pulls and fires complete. They'll spot the ball. 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
He's piled up 82 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game. And I'm off right now. That's a really nice run.
And the Horned Frogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the grab. It's Shelton. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. The Horned Frogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield, and he's knocked down.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they... can run the football on third downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
And the Horned Frogs are marching down the field. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking...
Touchdown, TCU! Excellent pass by the back on the option. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And that's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executing in the fourth quarter. Nice job.
And he puts through the extra point.
Indiana, 19.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Smith wants to throw. Looking deep down the right side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Going to swing it on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Peterson. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Oh, he's got some space. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Off the RPO, complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. Bunch formation for these receivers. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. It's complete on the right side. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Smith dropping to pass. Quick strike complete. Breaks into the open. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Looking downfield on first down. That's reeled in. It's Duggar. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Back to pass. Stands in and takes the hit. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, they'll go to the air. Hauls it in. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. On third down, he drops to throw. Here's the pressure. It's complete to the right. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. It would take a miracle to get back in this game, but any miracle will have to start with this fourth down conversion. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. And to the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And there's still life in this team. Obviously, they're down here in the fourth quarter, but they're able to execute the onside kick. They retain possession, and now let's see what happens.
Smith wants to throw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Oh, they're after him. And the laundry drops as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty's on.
Illegal forward pass.
The forward pass used to be illegal in football. That one still is. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Here's a heat. He'll pull it down. And that is how we will wrap this one up. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get it done.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports.